Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, we did that podcast yesterday about the whole, um, you know, assigning value to a guitar sort of thing. And I was just thinking, I'm going to grab some guitars. I've got some of my favorites hanging around up here. And I'm going to give you kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of fun. This is just for fun. And maybe an explanation a little bit more from yesterday. Why I choose the guitars I choose, in an effort to maybe inspire you in your guitar choices. And I want to know from you what you like. Like when you're walking down the store, right? Like pretend this is a guitar store, and you're walking down the store, and you're like, what makes you choose that one? Or that one, or whatever. When you go up to a neck and you just kind of like, a lot of people will say they go up and they feel the neck, or they, whatever. What makes you say, ooh, I need to know more? And then you take it down, and then something about that guitar kind of like turns you off, and you're like, never mind, and you hang it back up. Or it goes, okay, now I want to go plug this thing in and sit down and play this thing a while. And then maybe you discover something at that point, and you're like, I don't know, and you go hang it back up. Or you sit there and you play in the store for hours, and you eventually take it home. You know what I mean? We've all done this, right? We've like committed to a guitar up to a certain point, and then it was like, never mind. And we put it back, or we bring it home with us. All right, so I'm going to hey, buddy, how are you? How are you? I'm just going to throw this thing on a tripod. I'm going to grab some guitars, and I'm just going to give you kind of what I look for, like kind of my little feelings that I like to get from something. So let's do it. All right. So this is one of my favorite guitars of all time. In fact, probably this is my current favorite. For those of you that don't know, this is a Texas Toast Guitars Challenger Level 2, and it's got a set of my P90s in it. You can order these guitars from, this is not like an advertisement for them or anything, I'm just telling you. You can get these at Texas Toast Guitars, and you can order them with my stuff in it. Okay, so the very first thing, if you go through all of my guitars, if you notice, just kind of notice playing through time, through the videos, the stuff that I really like and the stuff that I always keep, always has a really smooth, not sticky, plasticky feeling finish on the neck especially. I do not like ever like a shiny urethane finish on a neck. So, people will give me a hard time in a lot of my videos for not liking cheap guitars or whatever. The main reason is I don't like a guitar that feels plasticky. I don't like that Epiphone super, it feels like it's been dipped in plastic sort of feel. I don't like it. This, I think they call it their real nice treatment. This is like a matte finish on the back of this neck, and it's just absolutely incredible. And all of my guitars have this. My acoustic guitars have it. The only ones that don't, well, let me go grab one. I don't even know if this guitar's in tune. I haven't played it in a while. All right, so this is probably an example of a guitar that has a shiny neck, but it's nitrocellulose, and it just feels different. The other thing is that it's nitrocellulose and it does not have plastic binding. If it was polyurethane with plastic binding, I'd be completely out. This, as you play a nitrocellulose finished neck, it will change how it feels over time. It also depends on your body chemistry, right? I know some folks that can't play nitrocellulose finishes because they'll actually eat it up with their hands. That doesn't happen to me, but over time it gets smoother. I don't stick to it. I know some other folks, you may be one of these people who like actually ends up kind of sticking to a guitar. So that's kind of a thing that I care about, is that I don't want to stick to it. I also don't want it to feel like plastic, and this does not. The finish is still, nitrocellulose finish is still very tactile. It's got a different feel to it. And it's probably one of the main reasons why I like Gibsons over Epiphones. More than anything else is actually just the feel of how it feels in my hand. And even the rest of the guitar, I just don't like that plasticky feeling of, the really thick. It's not even thick. I don't even want to say thick because I don't want to mislead people in saying that paint is super thick, because it's not really anymore. But it just feels like it's been dipped in plastic. I keep saying that, but that's what my brain says. This is a great guitar. This is one of those guitars that's so good that you can put up with its faults, right? Because it's got the lightning bridge, and it's a junior style thing, and sometimes you have to fight with it a little bit, tuning wise and stuff. But I just don't even care because it's just so fun. The guitar is just so fun to play. I don't clean it, I don't polish it. I'm just kind of letting this one age. If my bracelet hits the guitar, I don't care. On this particular guitar, I just don't care. I just really want this guitar to just be me after a while. I bought this brand new, I think in 2019 or so. And yeah, I absolutely love this thing. All right, so speaking of plastic. This guitar is not plastic, obviously. It's carbon fiber. This is designed by Matt McPherson. This is a McPherson Sable. This is probably one of my favorite instruments of all time. Same thing, matte finish on the back of the neck. I prefer a C-style shape neck, but I don't really care. I'm not one of these people who says I can only play a certain kind of whatever. I really want to experience all different kinds of neck shapes and be able to at least tolerate, if not get used to them. It's a learning experience for me. I want to learn as many of them as possible. What really drew me to this guitar is the technology. The way the guitar is made is there's nothing else like it on the market. It does not have a truss rod. It does not need a truss rod. There will be a bunch of people getting the comments and it just doesn't need one. If it's designed properly, it doesn't need one. And actually, technically, no guitar needs a truss rod if it was designed correctly. The problem is wood is not actually the best thing to make a guitar out of when it comes to that. So that's why we have them. Now you say, well, but that guitar is shiny, and you said you don't like plasticky. It doesn't feel like plastic. It doesn't feel like an old Ovation. It's its own thing. It's definitely its own flavor of thing. It sounds fantastic, and it stays in tune. It is an absolutely phenomenal guitar. But what draws me to a guitar like this is actually the engineering. I want to just experience it. Do I have acoustic guitars that I like more than this one? Yes, but not because they're better or worse, but because they're different. We'll get to one in here in just a minute. In fact, I'll show that one to you next. This is absolutely an incredible instrument, and if you have not experienced one of these for yourself, if you're just shopping forums and people are saying stupid things about them, go try one yourself. It's really, really cool. Yeah, it's absolutely incredible, and I paid for this guitar. I mean, I bought this. I love it. You can't go wrong with a good old D28. So obviously there's something about just the legend of an instrument. We talked yesterday in our podcast about the intangible things. And, there's a lot of people that would say there's way better guitars for less money and all that kind of stuff. I don't care. I just don't care. Sometimes part of the experience for me is owning the thing that is the thing, not the thing that's trying to be like the thing that came after the thing that's copying the thing that's just as good as the thing. I want to own the thing. And so a D28 for me is that. sometimes it is the legacy of the brand that I really care about. I think for Gibson and for Martin both, I really care about that. I want the real thing. I don't want a copy of it. And the other part of it is it becomes a reference for everything else. If you don't have the actual one, then how can you know what another thing sounds like in comparison to it? So for me, having a real Les Paul, having a real Telecaster, having a real Martin, having a real Strat, like all those things are really important to me. Now I don't actually have a real Strat right now, so that's a thing that I need to rectify. I really love this guitar. This has been in all my life trying to get one of these. Now, if I was going to go into the store and pick this up, what would turn me off to it? Obviously, construction things. Now, a lot of people will say, does it need a neck reset, all that kind of stuff? They can build good guitars now. I don't know if you know that or not. The one thing you've not heard me talk about is, how's the action? Everybody asks in every guitar review comment section, how's the action? I don't care. Everything is adjustable. An acoustic guitar especially comes with a saddle that's a little too high. That's kind of how they are. They're made that way so that you can adjust them to your playing style. Pretty much every mainstream acoustic guitar is going to come with a saddle that's a little bit too high, and so you can move it down. The neck is straight, the guitar is good, it's fine. It sounds awesome. Do I want this action to be a little bit lower? If I looked at it on paper, I would say yes, I want it to be lower. However, in the past, I have lowered action on acoustic guitars and it's ruined the guitar for me. So I would actually like it to be a little higher than lower on an acoustic. And just play to it. So that's why I'm not picky. That's why I'm not picky about that. Things that are adjustable, things that are changeable. Now, the construction of the guitar, obviously that would be a turnoff. If I went in there and I'm like, something's not right, that's fine. But if I'm within the level of adjustability and I see, this saddle could come down, but it looks like the material is here, then I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to be like, I shouldn't buy that guitar because the action is too high. I'm just not one of those people. Now, I know there are people out there, and you can be like that if you want. It's fine. But good grief, this thing is good. God, it's so good. I grabbed my Silver Sky because this is one of those guitars, kind of funny. This is a guitar another one where I wanted to experience it. It has nothing to do with what's as good as, what is it worth the money, and none of that kind of stuff. It's one of those things where I wanted to experience the instrument. I wasn't even sure. In fact, I got this guitar and didn't even like it. I felt the neck was too big. It was a little just not what I was used to. The string spacing was too far for me. I just wasn't into it. And I played it for about 3 weeks and I absolutely fell in love with it. Not this guitar, actually. This is my fourth one. And I bought an American one and an SE at the same time. And I used the SE for some videos and I sold it. And then I kept my American one for quite a while. And then I sold that to buy another guitar and regretted it the day after I sold it. I'm just in love with this thing. What I like about this, again, there's a couple of things that I like about this, and what really drew me to this is I wanted to understand honestly what the hype was all about. And sometimes that's a thing, just exploration. For me, it's exploration. A lot of people don't like the shape of this peg head. I get it, because they're peg head snobs about Fender. But honestly, this design works better. This is a better design of a peg head than the Fender hockey stick thing. The only reason the Fender hockey stick thing is made the way it is for ease of manufacture. There's no practical reason why it should be shaped that way. It's just so that they could probably get a 5/4 piece of wood and be able to make a neck out of it and make it straight. Then you have to put a string tree on it, et cetera, et cetera. There's compensation. So experiencing this setup and being like, is there a better way to make a Stratocaster? There is. It's this. It's really good. And I absolutely love this guitar. Do I like the pickups totally? No, but I can fix that. That's not a problem. I don't know if you've noticed that or not, but there's a couple things I just won't worry about. How the guitar is adjusted when I get it out of the box, number one. And number two, not the quality of the instrument, but how it's adjusted out of the box. I don't care about that because I can fix that. And then the other thing is how it sounds. I can make a guitar sound however I want because I make pickups for a living. So that's no problem. But if it's a good guitar, then I can work with it. I've not actually changed the pickups in this guitar because I do like them for certain things. They're fantastic clean. But what drew me to this again was wanting the experience. I think for me, that's a lot of it. It's just wanting to experience an instrument. And sometimes the willingness to take a chance and learn something. Well, I'm not a Strat guy. I'm not a whatever. Well, maybe you are and you don't know it. Maybe you haven't played a guitar that you like yet. Maybe you're not open-minded enough. Like, just chill out. And that's kind of how I feel about it. Because I was that guy. I was like, I am a diehard Strat guy. I'm a diehard D18 guy. I don't care about anything else. I don't want anything else. And having this channel has helped me to explore and want to learn more about a bunch of different instruments. And this is an excellent example of it. It flew in all face of reason that I would even ever like this guitar. And it's one of my favorites. Well, we saved the big kahuna for last. This seems to be the most divisive one, the most controversial one. I don't know why people get all bent out of shape when you're a person who likes a Les Paul, but here we are. Again, this is a guitar that I wanted to have the one. I don't care about copies. I don't care about any of that. I want to have the one. I make pickups for a living. I wanted to have a Gibson because I wanted to have a Gibson. End of story. I think this is one of those guitars, again, where I think people, they ignore the intangibles. The smell of it, the feel of the finish, the way the fret ends are finished, the quality of it, and I know people will, it is fantastic. This guitar is so good. From the moment I took it out of the case the very first time until right now, it has not changed in the hierarchy of guitars that I like. I love this thing. Now, I've had it almost 2 years now, I think. It has not gone up for sale once. I have not thought about selling it once. What drew me to this guitar is the looks. It's the looks. Leslie actually drew Leslie to this guitar because her favorite song is November Rain by Guns N' Roses. It has been for many years, and so when there was a November burst to be had, she's like, if you're going to buy a Les Paul, that's the one you should get. And I'm like, I agree. So the color, which is really funny because I hate wood. I don't like fancy wood at all whatsoever. But this thing was just, I had to have it. And sometimes you just have to have them. Sometimes there's no reason. Sometimes it's not reasonable. Sometimes it's about the passion of the thing. And this guitar is about the passion of the thing. I actually don't play, well, I've been playing it a lot lately. I'll go through streaks where I don't play it very much because I play my Texas Toast guitar more. But it's about the passion of just the thing. And I have a Les Paul, and I love it. And it's amazing. And I put a cool strap on it. And I put, I'm just really proud of it. I love it. Whether you think that's right or not, I don't care. I just love it and I enjoy it, and it's an amazing guitar. Sometimes the reason you buy something, sometimes the reason you want something is just because it's cool. And this guitar, my friends, is cool. So there you go. As we went through some of these guitars today, you're probably like, you didn't give me any real reasons. There's no real reasons. I guess that's my point. There is no real reason. Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you want some more of it? Whatever that. Yeah. Anyway, then get it. Can you not afford it? Just because you can't afford something right now doesn't mean that you shouldn't like still think it's cool. This whole mentality of, Les Pauls are stupid because I can't afford one, because that's what most people are actually saying. No, it isn't. It's a cool guitar. It's a cool guitar. Even when I couldn't afford one, I still thought they were cool. There's nothing wrong with that. It's totally cool. Let me know in the comments, what is the thing that makes you want to buy a guitar, like we talked about in the beginning of this video? And what is the guitar that's on that list for you? Either you have it already or you don't. If it's something that you're dreaming of having, and I mean dreaming, I don't mean, well, I have to settle for a Harley Benton. I mean, I want a real Les Paul. Be honest with yourself and be honest with the rest of us and tell us that. I want to know what you actually want. Like, what is the guitar you're after? What is the thing you're after? What is the thing, what does James May on Top Gear say? What is the thing that gives you the fizz, right? What is that thing? I want to know what it is. Get in the comments and let me know. This has been just a little fun little video to do on a random Wednesday. Thanks for hanging out. Please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. We're getting close to 100,000, and I've been doing a lot more of these little random videos because they're just fun. I hope you have a good day. We'll see you soon.